Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hacker AJ Rave, and I'm here with my recap and review of the Boruto anime series, episode number 214, which is titled Predestined Fate. And for anime only fans, like the upcoming couple of episodes are going to be so action heavy. There's going to be a whole lot happening. I'm excited for all of you to see that because manga readers already know what's going to happen. But anyway, coming back to this episode, we got two major reveals, one about Kashin Koji and one about Ishiki Otsutsuki. And yeah, two major reveals in a single episode. Amazing work, Boruto writers, with the pacing. So this episode, episode number 214, it opens up with Jigen. Kashin Koji is still trying to fight Jigen, and he has engulfed Jigen in these flames. And Kashin Koji is just waiting around to see how the flames end up impacting Jigen's body. So we cut to the rest of the people in the outside in the interrogation room as well as outside the interrogation room, and yeah, Boruto is surprised. Boruto is like, wait, so can't Jigen just absorb all of the flames with his karma mark? And Kwaki's like, no, he can't because that's exactly not what's happening. The flames that Kashin Koji used, he used the summoning jutsu, so that means that he's actually using natural flames. These flames are not made from chakra, so they can't be absorbed by the karma mark. Then moving on, we get to see Jigen. He's really trying hard to keep the flames away, and because he can't absorb the flames, he thinks of something else. So he starts shrinking the flames. And apparently, these flames are which have been summoned. They will continue burning until everything has been burned down to ash. So Jigen is having trouble handling them. And this is also where Jigen is like, you know what, my body is coming to an end. This is the last. This is my last fight. I can't do no more. So yeah, because he's tired, he can't keep the flames at bay. He can't continue shrinking them, and this is where everything changes for everyone. Which just wow, just wow. Also, I have to talk about how there's a scene where Sasuke calls Naruto a loser. Yeah, Sasuke, even though Naruto is Hokage, Sasuke can still call him a loser, and Sakura can still be very strict with Naruto when she wants to. And I actually like how Sasuke and Sakura still treat Naruto as Naruto, the Naruto they knew and grew up with when they were kids. So yeah, Sasuke is like, Naruto, aren't you paying attention when it comes to what's happening? This isn't the end. Amado is still hiding stuff, and this is where Sasuke is like, okay, Amado. So if Jigen is gone, it still means that Ishiki Otsutsuki is still out there, and Kawaki still has the karma mark. So this is where Sasuke actually is suspicious of Amado, and Sasuke is like, so if Jigen's body is done for, and if it's burned to crisp, because of the flames, then wouldn't that mean that Ishiki Otsutsuki can still be revived through Kawaki's karma mark? And Amado is like, you know what, Sasuke, you are very smart. However, I don't appreciate you being suspicious of me because that's exactly what's not happening. But yeah, Kawaki comes in as well. Kawaki is angry at Amado because Kawaki thinks that Amado trapped him because all of this was apparently Amado's plan that after Kashin Koji gets rid of Jigen, then Ishiki will be able to revive through Kawaki's karma mark, and Kawaki doesn't want that, so he comes in ready to attack Amado, but Sasuke is able to use his sword to cut his weird elongated arm that Kawaki has, and yeah, everyone is like, Amado, you need to explain. Sumire tries to go in, but Katasuke stops her, and Katasuke is like, Sumire, I need you to go into the lab and tell them to prepare a team because we are going to go over the recorded video footage. So Amado is like, again, Sasuke, I didn't appreciate you guys being suspicious of me, so let me explain. So Amado is like, you know what, when a karma mark has been embedded in various vessels, the Otsutsuki can't really control how that karma mark actually works. So when an Otsutsuki dies, the karma mark ends up getting activated, and the new vessel ends up reviving the Otsutsuki. However, the difference here is that even though Kawaki has the karma mark, Ishiki can't revive through Kawaki's karma mark because his body hasn't gone through full Otsutsukification. However, Jigen's body has had the karma mark for a very long time, and that's why Jigen's body isn't perfect per se, but it's ready to revive Ishiki Otsutsuki, and that's why after Jigen's body has been destroyed, Ishiki is going to revive via Jigen's body and not Kawaki, so Kawaki is safe. And that's exactly what Amado tells Naruto. But Naruto is like, wait. So you're trying to say that there might come a time where Kawaki can still be used as a vessel, and he will be used to revive Ishiki or Otsutsuki. And Amado's like, yup. However, if you ask for my advice, you can kill Kawaki to stop it. And Naruto's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. We aren't going to kill Kawaki. So this is a very interesting scene where Amado's like, you know what? I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen next. Now that Ishiki Otsutsuki is going to revive via Jigen's body, I'm going to observe what's going to happen to Kawaki's body and his karma mark. So Kawaki's karma mark starts acting up, and Kawaki is in a whole lot of pain. However, surprisingly, Kawaki's karma mark disappears, and Amado is like, you know what? That was my theory, that when an Otsutsuki fully revives using another vessel, all of the karma marks that particular Otsutsuki had in various vessels, they all simultaneously disappear. So yeah, Kawaki is karma free. However, that means that Ishiki Otsutsuki has been revived, and yeah, this is the anime design for Ishiki Otsutsuki. I like the abs, I like the facial structure, I like the horn. However, what I'm not a fan of is the anime team changing the pants that Ishiki Otsutsuki is wearing, because in the manga, the pants that Ishiki was wearing, they were quite, for a lack of a better term, they were quite queer looking, with the way that they were open over here, and then the kind of buttons over here, and then the slits near the leg, and the style that Ishiki had. Like, compare this manga image to Ishiki in the anime. Like, the anime team really took away his style, and I'm like, oh, come on, don't do this to a queer icon. But yeah, I'm just joking. But yeah, jokes aside, I didn't like the anime team basically taking away Ishiki's style, especially when it came to the pants that he was wearing. And the way he stands and the way he talks, like, they just took away his style and personality. So Ishiki, now that he's been revived, he starts shrinking down a whole lot of stuff. He starts shrinking down the pillars, the chair. He even gets rid of the scout toad. So that means that Naruto and the rest can't continue watching the feed. And of course, Naruto is worried, because Naruto worries about a whole lot of people. But then again, there's something about Kashin Koji that Naruto just can't put a finger on. But he's feeling something. So he is actually worried about Kashin Koji. And Naruto is like, wait, Amado, so you did tell Kashin Koji that this was a one-way mission, right? That he wasn't going to survive this ordeal. And Amado's like, why are you worried about Kashin Koji? Because Amado is not. Amado looks at Kashin Koji as basically a tool in order to save the world, I guess, and take down Jigen and revive Ishiki, and basically help Naruto and Sasuke to take down Ishiki. But yeah, for Amado, Kashin Koji is just a tool. But for Naruto, he ends up worrying about a whole lot of people. So we get to see Kashin Koji still fighting Ishiki, and this is where Ishiki ends up shrinking Kashin Koji's mask, and this is where we get the reveal about Kashin Koji's true identity. And drumroll, it turns out that Kashin Koji is actually a clone of Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. Now, according to Ishiki, apparently Amado decided to clone Jiraiya and create Kashin Koji because apparently there's this destiny that every piece of DNA has, and because Jiraiya's destiny was about being not necessarily the chosen one. I think the chosen one was Naruto, but still basically someone who had the spark to create change. So Amado wanted a chance against Ishiki, so that's why he decided to clone Jiraiya, because he was like, you know what, with Kashin Koji sharing Jiraiya's DNA, that DNA still might have that spark that Jiraiya had, and that spark might end up giving us a better chance at survival and fighting Ishiki. But Ishiki is like, you know what, even though Amado did what he did, you still aren't strong enough to fight me, because if you don't remember, Jiraiya died, and you, Kashin Koji, are going to die here as well. But anyway, Kashin Koji starts fighting Jigen. He starts using flame jutsus, which Ishiki easily shrinks, and then Kashin Koji goes in with his hair jutsu attacks, and yeah, the power levels between Kashin Koji and Ishiki, it's a huge difference, and Ishiki is basically just having fun with Kashin Koji because Ishiki knows that he's going to kill Kashin Koji, and he also talks about how Amado just used him as a tool, and Kashin Koji is useless, he's just a pawn, he's not strong enough to actually defeat Jigen, even though Kashin Koji's entire mission, as far as he's concerned, his mission was to defeat Ishiki slash Jigen, but he couldn't do that. And and Ishiki's like, "Yep, you're nothing. You're just a pawn. You can't even complete your own goal." So moving on, we get to see Shikamaru bringing the paperwork to Amado because Amado now has certain civilian rights as a citizen of the Hidden Leaf village. But Shikamaru is like, you know what, Amado, but if you want to leave the village, you still need Maya and Naruto's permission. And Amado's like, you know what, that's all okay. And Katasuko is like, you also have to share your technology and science with us. And Amado's like, yeah, that's okay. So Shikamaru's like, what about my son? Are you going to take the bomb away from his neck? And Amado is like, wait, that bomb, that collar with the bomb, that wasn't real. I was just playing with you. It was just a bluff. And yeah, Shikamaru is angry at Amado, but you know what? Everyone has revealed that Shikada is okay. And this is where Amado is like, we don't have a lot of time. This is where we need to act very, very quickly. Because Naruto is like, wait, so with Kashin Koji fighting Ishiki, why don't Naruto and Sasuke, why don't I and Sasuke go in and help him? And Amado's like, no, you guys need to stay here. Because there's no reason for Ishiki to continue fighting you. His priority is coming to get Kawaki because he wants to give Kawaki another karma mark. So that's why it's very important that Naruto and Sasuke stay near Kawaki because they are the most powerful people in the village right now. So Kawaki can't lose their sight, and there's no reason for them to go and lend Kashin Koji a hand. And this is also where Amado's like, you know what? After Ishiki is done with Kashin Koji, he's going to come to the village and he's going to destroy the village. So you guys need to be prepared. And Shikamaru's like, you know what? Sai, go and start evacuating civilians. And yeah, Naruto, and as far as Kawaki is concerned, Naruto and Sasuke need to stay near him because yeah, Naruto doesn't want to kill Kawaki because I mean, if you think about it, if you end up killing Kawaki now, it's all done. It's all done. Ishiki will be no more. However, they still have to deal with Boruto's karma mark. So moving on, we get to see Kashin Koji using Sage mode, and he ends up fighting Ishiki. But yeah, again, as I said, the gap between their power levels is enormous, and Kashin Koji has no chance against Ishiki. However, Kashin Koji does know how Ishiki's jutsus work, so he ends up using a flame jutsu because apparently Ishiki's jutsu, where he is able to shrink things and himself. Do remember that Ishiki is unable to shrink other living creatures, including humans. So Kashin Koji is like, you know what? In order for Ishiki's jutsu to work, it's a visual jutsu. So he needs to see and focus on what he is shrinking. So Kashin Koji is like, you know what? I have to overload his senses. So Kashin Koji comes in with a massive Rasengan, and he also uses his summoned flames, which Ishiki can't absorb. So Kashin Koji is like, okay, Ishiki, it's your turn. Are you going to shrink the Rasengan, or are you going to let yourself burn? Because again, I think I didn't mention it, but Ishiki realizes that because he was revived in a non-perfect vessel, that means that he doesn't have a lot of time to survive because the body that he's using, it will give out, and that's why he needs to implant a new karma mark on Kawaki so that he can be perfectly revived. So yeah, Ishiki is running out of time, and he's also fighting Kashin Koji, so he needs to act fast. And this is where Ishiki is like, you know what, Kashin Koji, this was a very good plan, but it's not going to work for you. Using another of his ability where he's able to keep things that he has shrunk down in another dimension, he ends up summoning a pillar right on top of Kashin Koji's arm, and he pins him down. And yeah, this is where the episode ends, with Kashin Koji on the ground and Ishiki just standing over him. And from the preview of the next episode, it looks like things aren't going to end well for Kashin Koji or the Hidden Leaf Village, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. Again, I have read the manga, I know what's going to happen, but I'm just excited to see all of that being adapted in anime form. I will be doing a written review of this for the Geekieri. The link to that will be down in the comment section below. Kudos to the creative team for giving us a very dynamic Kashin Koji versus Ishiki fight. And yeah, feel free to let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.